Hey everyone, it's Sarah Jane, and today I am going to be doing the Winterlicious tag. I first saw xxmakeupiscoolxx do this tag, and I really like Christmassy holiday winter tags, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one for you guys today. So we're just going to start, with number one, which is, what is your favorite winter nail polish? I've had colors similar to this in the past. I don't know what they were called, but this is what I have now. That is what it is. And it is Sugar Sugar. Yeah, I don't know why I even opened this thing, but it's Sugar Sugar by Sinful Colors, and it's the oh, the color is awful on this thing, but it's the base coat on my nails. Maybe it's better this way. It's a little bit more pink than it's showing up, but I love this nail polish. $1.99 pretty much anywhere you go. It lasts super long, and it just makes me happy. So, number two, my favorite winter lip product. Technically it's not winter yet, it's only December 9th. Yeah, don't judge me. So it's only December 9th, so it's not even really winter yet, but it's been cold and it's been dry, and I live in Utah. And I haven't had this through the winter yet, but just so far, I love it. I love this in general, and I just kind of want to share it. And it's the Fresh Sugar lip balm. I'm a little bit obsessed with this. I hate to think that I'm going to have to spend $22.50 to get the full size, but I love that, and if you haven't tried it, you really should. It's absolutely amazing for my lips. The other one, it's a little more wintry. Of course, I'm going to say something here about a Mad Style Cosmetics balm, but I can't think of a flavor that's really wintry, so I'm just going to go with all of them and say that I love those for winter, because I think I have Flapjack in my purse right now, which is, pancakes and maple syrup, so that's really good. But, of course, I'd have to say something about those. I'm going to get the Peppermint Mocha. MadStyleCosmetics.com just launched yesterday, so I'm going to include that in the down bar, and you should all go check it out, because Mo Love is amazing, and Mo loves you. So, that was really cheesy and a shameless plug, but I don't care. The other lip balm that I actually really do love is just plain old Burt's Bees. It's the peppermint oil scented one. I'm not a huge peppermint fan per se. I like York peppermint patties, but I don't like candy canes, and I don't chew peppermint gum or eat mints or whatever. But I do like the smell of peppermint, so that's why I like this one. And again, I think it's the beeswax. I don't know. It's obviously beeswax, so it's not like fancy or anything, but I love it. Makes my lips feel awesome. It stays on for a long time, so that's what I love about that. Number three, most worn winter clothing piece. I do apologize for the state of these. They're dirty because I've been wearing them, but these are my socks. Yes, socks are my most worn winter clothing piece, but these socks in particular, I think I have to wash them like every other day or every 3 days. Like every time I do laundry, I wash them, so. But they are just these big, thick knit socks, hot pink and red, so that's always awesome. And then if you can see, you kind of can. It's got like little slipper nubbies, so they're like the non-skid socks. But why I love these socks and why they're absolutely amazing is because on the inside they're micro plush. So they're super warm and soft and squishy, and I love them, and they make me happy. And considering I am now living in a basement, so I have cement floors in here. There's no carpet. There's all the heat's in the ceiling. So the floor gets really cold, so these are, again, absolutely amazing. Number four, most worn winter accessory. Do you call a coat an accessory, or is that clothing? I don't know. I wear a hoodie like all the freaking time. But if we're not talking hoodie, if you're like, I prepared for this. So my favorite winter accessory is this scarf and hat set that my aunt got me. She also bought me the socks. I don't know where she got them, because I would love to get more pairs of them. But so it's just, simple, classic knit, but it's actually really warm. I don't know whether it's the style or what, or maybe it's all in my head. Maybe it's like a placebo effect. I don't know. But so it's just simple striped knit cap. And I'm not really one for scarves. I've got one of those stretchy, furry chenille scarves, but I wear this one more, and it's just, it's just a scarf. It's not really any fancy or anything like that, but it's got fringy, which, is the best part about scarves. I love fringies. So I love this scarf. My aunt also gave this to me. So yeah, love that. My favorite winter scent and candle. I have 2 favorite scents. One of them I don't know how to direct you to unless you want to come hang out at my house while I'm baking cookies. But it's the smell that my house gets when we're doing all of our Christmas baking, which is going to happen next week. And if I thought about it, wasn't lazy, I would make cookies and like sell them to people and stuff because everybody always wants more. But anyhow, not important. We make cookies that are, one of them's they're both butter-based cookies. One of them's almond, one of them has pecans when you roll them in powdered sugar. We do fudge and toffee, and I make cranberry bread with walnuts and orange juice with my grandma. And so just the smell that the house gets, that warm, melted butter baking stuff smell is just amazing. My other favorite smell is Christmas tree, and I prefer the smell of balsam fir Christmas trees. I don't really like pine or evergreen or spruce. I don't think their smell is as nice or as strong. And this is the second year in my entire life that I have not had a real Christmas tree. I was very lucky as a child to have a real Christmas tree, but because of my grandmother's allergies and the fact that we have 6-foot ceilings in the basement, she's got 8-foot ceilings upstairs, but she cringes at the idea of having to vacuum up pine needles. I'm like, I'll do it! But we don't really have the money for a Christmas tree this year, so we'll just whatever. But so to cope with the no Christmas tree-ness, I have discovered the Fresh Balsam candle from Slatkin & Co., which is, the Bath & Body Works brand, and it is just... It's like walking around a Christmas tree lot, where they set up all the trees and everything. I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. I probably sound like a retard, but I didn't use that word. I probably sound very uninformed and unintelligent. I didn't mean to use that word. So... yeah, I'm just in love with this. I'm so in love with this candle. If you like the smell of pine trees and Christmas trees, you need to go buy this. Hands down, I've had a gazillion pine and, Christmas tree, evergreen scented candles in my life, but that's the only one that actually, makes me feel like it's Christmas. So, there's my favorite winter scent, and then there's my favorite winter candle. Did I miss something? No, I didn't. I just forgot to give you the number for that one. So, number 6. All-time favorite holiday movie. If you haven't seen it, if you don't see this coming, you need to see it. I think everybody needs to see this movie. It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed. So, if you haven't seen this movie, it makes me sad. Granted, I went the first 10 years of my life without seeing it all the way through, and then another six-ish before I actually understood. But it's a great movie that makes me anyway realize that you're worth something, and everything you have is valuable. And I'm one of those people that, I complain about life and I'm mopey and everything, but I know that I have an amazing life compared to a lot of people, and I'm thankful for everything I have, and that's a movie that really puts me in the true spirit of Christmas. So, my all-time favorite holiday or Christmas song. This one, I have 3. The first one is just, a classic Welsh carol. It's Carol of the Bells. Most people know the Mannheim Steamroller version, or just local chorales that do it, and that's one of my favorites. It's a chorale that sang with the Utah Symphony 18 years ago or something like that. I don't know. I love it. It's my favorite. I will probably put a snippet in or a video somewhere. I don't know. Number 2 is Peace on Earth / Little Drummer Boy by Bing Crosby and David Bowie. There's something just absolutely magical and amazing about that song, and I love it. And the third one is by Kurt Bester, and it is Prayer of the Children. I sang that in my course, so it's part of its sentimentality. But I love that song. If you don't know who Kurt Bester is, again, look him up on YouTube. He's here, I promise. So those are my 3 favorite Christmas holiday songs. And actually, only one of them even mentions Christmas, but whatever. My favorite Christmas decoration this year, I actually made a separate video that I'm going to put in here. So these are my 12 Days of Christmas. They're my favorite Christmas decoration. Originally, when I was really little, my mom's mom bought them for my dad. And I've always loved them. Even after my dad moved out, I insisted on keeping them. They're just cute. and folk arty, and there's a heart for each of the 12 days. And I don't really even know why I love them. I mean, I love my Christmas tree. I love the lights. I love all of our funky, eclectic ornaments and garlands and everything. But the 12 days of Christmas are absolutely and completely my favorite thing. It might be because my mom's mom bought them for my dad, and she's passed away 9 years. So she bought them for my dad because he liked that kind of thing. And it's just, you know, cute little folk art kind of stuff. But she bought them for him, and we've got acoustic drop ceilings, if you can see, you know, up over here. See the metal tracking? We would just put them on hooks and hang them from the tracking, and they were always up in the basement when I was little growing up, where we had a bar between the kitchen and the living room, and that's where we would put them sometimes. They're just so cute, and I love them, and it's weird, but I love that. So anyway, number 11. I keep forgetting to do the numbers also. But number 11, what's at the top of my Christmas list? The same thing that's always at the top of my Christmas list, which is getting to see my uncle who lives in Oklahoma. This will be year number 5 that he hasn't been with us for Christmas. And that sucks. But we know that that's kind of how the world works, and he can't afford it and we can't afford it. And so we just let him know that he's loved, and we send him care packages. But that's always at the top of my Christmas list. And number 12, the final question, and then you can stop listening to me if you're even still here, is what are my plans for the holidays this year? And my holiday plans have kind of already started. They start the night before Thanksgiving, basically, when my dad and my brother come up and we make stuffing and get everything prepared, and then, you know, Thanksgiving and everything. But that's not winter. So as far as winter stuff, winter holiday plans, kind of started yesterday when my mom and my brother came up, and we decorated the crap out of the upstairs of the house. It's actually really cute. It made my grandma feel better, which made me feel happy. So, and the next week is holiday baking, which, if you didn't get the hint, I kind of love that. And then on Christmas Eve, what we do, and I don't even know why, I don't know where this tradition came from, but it kind of stuck. And I mean, we are all like super, super white folk, but on Christmas Eve we have tacos for dinner. And I mean, we do it up. We have, you know, we don't use taco seasoning or any of that crap, but we use like we put tomato sauce and onions in our ground beef. And my mom makes this wicked Mexican rice, and we have like a pico de gallo thing that we make. And we just sit around and goof off and eat tacos and watch Christmas movies and talk and play games and stuff. And my dad's partner, my OD as I call it, we sit and color while everybody else is talking, or we play Blockus or something. And then Christmas this year is slightly different than it's been in the past. It's been different last several years. But it used to be, you know, little kids, you know, Christmas Eve with paternal grandmother, then, you know, go home, sleep, Christmas morning at home, presents, breakfast, relax, recoup, let mom and dad have a couple more hours of sleep that we didn't let them have. Then we would come up to grandma's house here where I live now, paternal grandmother, do presents and dinner, and then in the evening go to either my mom's mom or my aunt on my mom's side and do Christmas with my cousins and everything. Since my grandma died, we don't always get to see that part of the family on Christmas, but we still do the tacos on Christmas Eve, and it's still, last several years we've actually come up on Christmas Eve and spent the night. So that's what's happening this year, and of course I live here now, so I'll be here regardless. But my mom and my brother and my dad and my dad's will come up on Christmas Eve, and we'll do everything. And then Christmas morning, my dads will come back up. They go home and sleep. But my mom, and probably my aunt this year too, because she's staying with my mom, she'll be up here on Christmas Eve and spend the night, and we get up in the morning and we do presents, whatever there may be. Doesn't matter. I don't care. I just want Christmas with my family. And we do Christmas breakfast, hang out, you know, play more games, just relax, chill, enjoy the family, and maybe the white Christmas. Who knows? It's snowing right now, but we still have 16 days to go. And then, you know, we have like a traditional Christmas dinner sometimes with, well, pretty much all the time, you know, turkey and small turkey and ham and Jello salad and cheesy funeral potatoes. If you're from Utah, you know what I mean when I say funeral potatoes. So we always have funeral potatoes and potato salad and deviled eggs and rolls, and then we make this like, oh my gosh, the recipe's got to be like 100 years old by now. We make a fruit custard kind of a thing. It's kind of like bread pudding, but it's kind of not at the same time. I can't describe it. It's amazing. So those are my plans for this holiday season, and that's my Winterlicious tag. But you know, so if you're watching this, I tag you to do it, and I thank you for hanging around and watching me and listening to me babble.